Well, good morning, everybody. Looks like I'm streaming here on YouTube today, and this thing is going live. So the other guy that normally does this show, he's out tracking down some coronavirus information. Apparently, it's a really big and important deal that we got going on here in the world and in this country. So he asked me to step in today and basically take over the show. So I'm gonna give you my perspective on some of these presidential candidates that are running for the presidency of the United States. Now, this is a cat's eye view of the entire operation and what's going on right now. So I want to just welcome everybody to the 15 Minutes of Flame show with Mr. Cat Big Head. That's me. And I'm going to be your host for the next, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. I'm supposed to go in and start saying hello to some of the people in the chat room. Let's see, who do we have here? We got Ani Brito. Hi, Ani. Good morning to you. Nice to see you in the chat room, Ani. And let's see, who else do we have here today? Oh, there's that Fup person. I like that name, Fup. Thanks for showing up. Who else do we have here today in the old chat room for this show, 15 Minutes of Flame? Let's see who we got going on here. Not too many people showing up. Like, who the hell is this cat? What's happened to Robert? This cat has hijacked this show. Well, we're just being fair to all species here. We love all species on 15 Minutes of Flame. So I want to get into the candidates a little bit today and talk about some of these Democratic candidates. I want to give you the cat's eye view of some of these candidates. This is just my perspective. This is how I see things. It may not be how you see things, and it may not even be how the guy that runs this show sees things. But I wanted to talk about some of these people. What a cast of characters they are. Am I right? This is a cast of characters. Let's see, we got this guy right here. And really, who the hell is this guy? I have no idea who this guy is. I don't know who he is. But I guess we're going to talk about him. And then there's this woman. And, she's a little crazy, okay? And then there's this guy, the old guy, Bernie Sanders. We're going to talk about him too. And then there's this guy here. Again, another crazy guy. This guy's not even around anymore. I don't know what happened to him. They must have taken him out before this whole coronavirus thing happened. He's gone. And this guy, he's in now after this guy is gone. And then there's this guy over here who sounds a lot like Obama. Have you seen the video with him and Obama? They're like saying the same things. I don't know. It's crazy. Call me a cat. It's crazy. I know you've seen it. You guys are sharp. They're saying the same things. He's like a white Obama, a white gay Obama. Well, openly white gay Obama. And then there was this woman. And I don't know about her. We're going to talk about all of them, though. These are the candidates. I'm going to give you my perspective on these candidates. This is the cat's endorsement or non-endorsement of the presidential candidates for 2020. Now, I know some of you have tuned in or saying, what the hell's going on here? Where's that Robert guy? Well, just relax, okay? He's taking a break today. Been very stressful. Been a stressful time for this Robert guy. So let me get into this a little bit more. Who do I want to start with? Well, let's see. How about, let's see. Who do I want to start with? How about this guy? He seems to be very popular now. This guy seems to be very, very popular. His name is Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, he's always shouting. He's always talking about inequality. I wonder what it'd be like to have lunch with Bernie Sanders and watch him order at the restaurant. I wonder what that would be like. I would like a hamburger with cheese, but I would really like the hamburger to be rare because, you know, I like it when it's red inside. That's right, when it's red inside. You see, that's a little bit of a joke. It's a joke about being red on the inside and, you know, something different on the outside. But you don't see the red part. And by the way, are the guys in the kitchen, are they union? Do they belong to a union? I'm not sure if I can eat the burger if it's not part of a union. Let me talk to them. Bring them out. I need to talk to them about their rights. Are they making $15 an hour here? That's what I want to know. But make sure my burger's red. I want my burger red on the inside. It's very important. Could you imagine having lunch with this guy? He's always shouting. He's always very, very, very animated. You never know when he's about to have a heart attack because he just might. He's always animated. But he may win. I may win. He might win. He's the front runner now. I can't believe it. I guess I can. Things have gotten pretty weird and pretty bad in this country. But that's that guy. Well, who else do we have? Who else is part of this presidential race in the year 2020? Well, let's see. Let me go down the list. What do we have here? Oh, there's this guy. This guy right here. Let me talk a little bit about this guy. All right, so this guy, he's a mayor. There are two mayors in the race. Go figure. One's a mayor of a big city, or he was, and the other is a mayor of a small city. Currently, well, who's being the mayor now while he's out running for president? That's what I want to know. That town, South Bend, doesn't have a mayor now, but it's so small, it probably doesn't need one anyway. So what is going on here? Now, apparently, this kid is asking this guy, this mayor, who happens to be gay, and he's going to come out. This kid wants advice on coming out and being gay. Well, I'm not sure what he told him, but I know what I would have told the kid. Let me tell you what I would have told the kid. First of all, I wouldn't have told him about the birds and the bees. No, I would not. I would have told him about the cats and the dogs. That's what I would have told him about. Do you know why? Because dogs will hump just about anything. It's true. Have you ever seen a dog? They'll hump anything. They'll hump a light pole. They'll hump another male dog. They'll hump your leg. You ever see cats do that? Never. Never, never, never. Have you ever seen a cat hump? I've never seen it. Well, me personally. So I would have told the kid, pay attention to dogs, because dogs are very natural. They're very open. And that's what you need to do. Just be open. Follow the dogs. See what a dog does. The dog is very natural about its affection for just about anything. Not a cat, though. You will not see that with cats. No, you won't. You won't see that with cats. But dogs, you know that'll happen. All right, who else do we have here? Let's see. How about that Liz Warren? What about her? Now she gets kids asking her questions all the time too. Right? Like here's one right here. And this kid is asking her a personal question as well. And her question is, how can I grow up and be a crazy, wild, insane woman just like you? And Liz Warren says, I've got one lesson for you. Just one lesson. Be just a little bit crazier than everybody else. And let them try to figure it out. And look, she's very happy. She has found her inner crazy. Because this woman, Liz Warren, she's kind of a person that a cat could actually appreciate. Because, you know, a cat, you never know what you're going to get with a cat. One day he's friendly, next day he's not so friendly. It's kind of like her. One day she's making sense, and then the next thing you know, she's got some crazy idea that she gets all very excited about. I think she's really instructing this young woman how to be as unpredictable as possible, make as little sense as possible, but sound very passionate and committed. That's going to be the key to success. Now, who else do we have here? Let's see. We have, who's this? Oh yeah, let me give you an idea about this dog thing. Just so you know that I'm not like just talking out of the side of my cat mouth. You see, this is what dogs do. This is the dog's world. You know what I'm talking about? You see that? You ever see cats do that? No, you never see a cat do that. So the instruction here would be just to kind of follow the lead of the dog. Just be very natural, I suppose. Let your primal instincts just kind of take over. All right. Who else do we have on the campaign trail here? Yeah, who do we have? We looked at him already. Let's see what we have here. Oh, then there's this guy. You see, remember how the kid that was hanging out with Mayor Buddy? He wanted to know how to come out and be gay. Then you have the other girl, how to grow up and be a crazy, wild model for being a president. Well, then this guy, he gets a question from this young lady, and she asks him what he wants to be when he grows up. And then she realized that he was actually an adult. But he was so short that, she had to ask him that question anyway. And once they figured it out, and he actually told her how old he was, well, they high-fived, and they had a nice little moment. But she was very confused because of his size. And he was a little confused, too, because, well, he thought he was grown up. All right, who else do we have here? Let's see. Oh, there's this woman. I really don't know much about this woman, to be honest with you. But I'll tell you what. Looks like she has a very promising cat lap. That's what I say. You see that area right there? That's a good cat lap. And just based on that cat lap, I think she might make a good president. Because I think she would have a cat in the White House. Have you noticed that Trump Doesn't have any animals in the White House. The guy before him had a dog, might have had a cat. There's no animals in the Trump White House. Why is that? I think she'd have an animal. I think she'd have a cat, and that cat would be very happy sitting right there on that cat lap. That alone might make her electable. All right, who else do we have here? Oh, let's see. Oh, then there's this guy. What the hell is going on with this guy? You got one kid asking the Mayor Buddy, what can he do in order to be openly gay? Yeah, the other girl asking about how she could become a crazy, wild presidential candidate like Liz Warren. You had the other kid asking the little mayor what he wants to be when he grows up. But what the hell is going on here? This is looking a little too familiar for my taste. Like, doesn't it feel like these two kind of know each other in a very uncomfortable sort of way? Now, there's not a lot of asking going on here. I can tell you that right now. But maybe there should be. Maybe the asking should be coming from, people like you. And the asking should be, what the hell is going on here anyway? This is a very uncomfortable picture, even for a cat. Let me tell you. By the way, did you know she's a redhead? Rumor has it that redheads are everywhere these days. They're very popular, these redheads. And apparently this guy is taking full advantage of it, getting as much time with the little redhead as possible. Again, for me, it's a little uncomfortable, even for a cat. And we've been known to place ourselves in uncomfortable situations every now and then. But this guy, I don't know. It's not about the questions she's asking, but it's about the questions we should be asking. All right, who else do we have here? Who else is running for this presidential thing? Who do we have here? We saw that one already. Let's see what we have here. Oh, we saw her already, that crazy woman. Oh, well, that's a picture for another moment in time. Let's see what else we have. Oh yeah, now let's see. What do I guess I can talk about this. It's that little mayor guy. The rich one, the one who's trying to buy everything. Have you seen the woman that he's involved with? It's not his wife. That's a very masculine looking woman, I have to say. And she's quite tall as well. This is a very masculine looking woman. Now, I've noticed as a cat that there tends to be a trend with these so-called powerful men and their wives. And the wives, shall we say, tend to be a bit more even masculine than the men themselves. I'm not going to pass judgment here. That's not my job. I'm just here to show you the pictures and kind of weigh in a little bit and opinionate on this thing. This is a very unusual looking pair. Do you remember that movie that turned into a TV series in New York City called The Odd Couple? Yeah, I think this could be the third installment of the series, in my estimation. And they are from New York, so that kind of works a little bit. They got the locale down. Let's see, who else do we have here? Oh yeah, then there's this guy. Who the hell is this guy? Where did he come from? I don't even think he knows. I mean, to me, this is a picture of somebody who doesn't even know who he is or even really why he's there. He looks confused. You know, I play a little video game every now and then, and there are these things called NPCs, a non-participating character. And I've seen non-participating characters with more animation than this guy. Supposedly he's rich and he has lots of money. And I have heard, whatever this means, that he's got an affinity for walnut sauce. As a cat, I don't really eat walnut sauce. I don't eat walnuts, and I don't eat sauce all that much. But this is what I've heard. But I don't understand this guy. I don't think he understands himself either. But he seems to think that he makes a lot of sense because he has lots of money and can be a part of that experience. Let's see, who else do we have here? Oh, we just saw him. Let's see. Hey, you want to see his wife? Do you want to see the NPC's wife? What the hell is going on here? I'm sensing a bit of a theme now. There was the very masculine-looking life partner of the rich mayor, and now we've got this bodybuilding champion, apparently, who's the wife of the guy who doesn't know who the hell he is, the NPC candidate. It's very strange. As a cat, of course, I encounter strangeness all the time, but this is getting stranger by the moment with these people. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Unless, of course, there is a particular club that they belong to, and in that club, you have to have not just a certain membership, but a certain partnership as well, and a very unusual one at that. It's very strange. Very, very strange. You know, these life choices, these partner choices, well, they're not really limited to politics. Not really. There are all kinds of other people from other walks of life who have their. Well, I guess we could do another political one. We could do that, I'm sure. Since we're on the political roll here, what the hell is going on here too? There's something very unusual here. And again, I'm a cat. I've seen some crazy cat shit, but I'm sensing a bit of a pattern. I don't know about you at home, but this is not the most feminine looking woman in the world. And I'm not here to judge that. I'm just making an observation. I got two big fucking eyes, so I can make big observations here. This just is not feeling completely right with me. There's something going on here. Maybe the New York Times should start to investigate this instead of going after that other guy all the time. Very strange stuff. Very strange. All right. What else do we have here? Who else is going on with the presidential candidate thing? Let's see. Well, apparently, they're not the only ones. Have you heard of this guy, Bill Gates? Have you seen his wife? Ah, what's going on here? She looks like she's a pro wrestler or something. I mean, that is one masculine looking woman. He doesn't look very happy, does he? Do you think maybe he started the coronavirus just to get out of that marriage? It's quite possible, you know. Some people have very strange ulterior motives. It's quite possible that he helped create the coronavirus just to get out of that marriage. People will go to extreme measures. I've heard he's a Scorpio, speaking of extreme. But again, it was very strange. Very, very strange. And it seems to be politics, actors, power couples that have these very unusual kinds of alliances. Well, let's see. Who else do we have here in this rogues gallery? Here we go. No, not that one yet. Nope. All right, there's this other person. I got to have a little commentary on her. Okay. Now, she's supposed to be running for president. Maybe. This one on the over here. This one, the one with the blue on. Hillary. Now, she may run. And then there's this other woman who's always with her. I think her name is Tuna Abaddon. That's what I think her name is, Tuna Abaddon. Because this one over here, Hillary, she knows what fish smells like. And I would be very, very apprehensive if this woman became president of the United States. Although I do think they had a cat when they were in the White House before, and the cat's name was Socks, if I'm not mistaken. So at least she's cat friendly. And we know that, perhaps that she has an affinity for pussies. So perhaps she actually might be a good candidate, given everything I've said and made the connections around socks and her love for pussies, that she could be a good candidate. But I still would not trust her. I would not trust her because she's not trustworthy. I mean, whatever happened to Socks? Nobody knows. One day Socks just disappeared. That made me a little uneasy, I have to say. And apparently this is a theme around this woman. People, cats, things disappear. So who's left? Who do we have left that's running for president and could make a good president? Let's see who else is on the list here. And we've run through most of the candidates, and I've given you my opinion. Let's see. What do we have here? Oh, there's this guy. I forgot about him. Apparently he's already the president. And, it's crazy about him. He's very cat-like in a lot of ways. You don't know where this guy is coming from. One day he's happy, he's friendly. The next day he wants to claw your fucking eyes out, okay? So, in my estimation, that's very cat-like. Because cats can turn on you at any moment. And this guy has shown that he can do that. Also, he'll do things just to piss you off. Because cats do that, right? We do that shit. We'll just do things to piss you off. And this guy has an ability to do that. So he's very cat-like in my estimation. It might be the most electable just based on those cat-like propensities that he has. Now, one thing that did disturb me a little bit as a cat is I heard a video of him where he talked about grabbing pussies. And I'm not sure how I felt about that, given that I am related to the pussy world, being a feline, a giant feline. It made me feel a little uncomfortable. And I had to ask myself, is he going to be grabbing any pussies when he's president? Well, the answer is there's no cat in the White House. So I would say it would be no. So my fears about him grabbing pussies were laid to rest. I'm pretty sure that if he ran again in the election in November, he'd probably win. And the reason is he's probably the most cat-like out of all these people. That's my estimation. That is my opinion on the subject. I think we got a couple more candidates to run through here. Let's see. Who's this? Not him yet. He's my candidate. He's my candidate of choice. Oh, there's this guy right here. Now, I come to this guy's YouTube channel. I watch his videos every now and then. And every now and then somebody will say, Robert, this guy's Robert. Robert, you should run for president. Well, let me tell you, I know Robert, okay? I'm not sure I'd vote for Robert. Let me tell you why. First of all, he's not very good with the cat litter. He really needs to be a little more consistent with the cat litter. Second of all, he feeds his cats a little too much dry food. All right? And dry food is kind of a communist thing, if you think about it. You buy a big bag of dry food and you can feed a shitload of cats. It's a very kind of socialist way to feed your cat. But the wet food is very specific. As you know, cats can be very particular about their wet food. So I think a wet food is much more of a pro-American and pro-capitalist kind of thing that Robert could do. Robert's got to cut back on the dry food because it's a little too socialist for my taste. Now, if he cleaned up the cat box on a regular basis and got rid of the dry food, I might consider him to be a semi-worthy candidate, even though he would never, ever run or even be considered to be a worthwhile candidate. But, in a real world or a non-real world, if he did, those would be my questions, and they would be some of the things that I'd be concerned about with this guy. But I got to listen to him go on and on and on at times. Drives me fucking crazy every now and then, even if he makes some good points occasionally. Okay, let's see. I'll tell you who I think should be the candidate for the president of the United States of America. No, not that guy. I have to get in here, and I gotta find the guy. This guy would be my choice, hands down. Hands down, this guy would be my choice to be president of the United States. This guy right here. Now, let me tell you something about this guy. First of all, he's more orange than the current president. He's got him beat on the orange front. And he's more cat-like than the current president. And I want you to look at those eyes. Now, those eyes are portals to that cat's soul. Now, those eyes are the portals of sincerity. This is who you want to vote for in 2020. So vote for Jasper. And could he be doing any worse? And by the way, if Jasper had to indulge in some foreign policy, he'd probably get his way. Who would deny a cat? Truly. I've heard Putin likes cats, although I wouldn't send Jasper to China. That would be a bad move. A very bad move. He'd have to send somebody else. Maybe a dog. All right. I think we're just about done. I've given my perspective today while Robert's going out and finding out more information about this coronavirus thing and taking the day off. I'm supposed to check in with the chat room. That's what he told me. He says what it's called Catlandia. Isn't that the name of the chat room? Catlandia? What's happening in Catlandia? Let's see what we've got here. We've got a bunch of people that are in there. I can't even read what the hell's going on in there. Robert wanted me to say hi to all of you. And thank you for coming in and being a part of today's show, Catlandia. What does he say? Use your head to discern what's real and your heart to see when it's possible or some shit like that. Okay, well, hold on a second now. I got my own little send-off here. You're just a whisker away. You're just a whisker away from your own destiny. So just follow your whiskers and you'll be fine. Just follow your whiskers and keep your tail wagging. And you'll be fine. That's my send-off. Follow your whiskers. All right, Robert will be back tomorrow. That was my breakdown of all the candidates. Have a great one. Meow for now.